Whisk created us.
You're now out of the spaceship and are in Google Whisk. Now, what is Google Whisk? Whisk is a Google's experimentation tool designed for visual thinkers like you and me. Instead of always describing your ideas in words, you can now use Whisk to visually define your ideas, define your characters, define your background, style, and then whisk them together. I guess that's why they probably call this as Whisk. Anyways, let's take you into the tool. All right, to log into Whisk, it's pretty straightforward. Go to Google, search for Google Whisk, and then you will be given this Google Labs link. And this is where, once you are here, you can launch Whisk. Now, you are able to use Whisk with your Gmail ID. You don't need to pay anything. But if you're a pro member of Google Gemini and if you've taken a plan, then you will be getting some additional credits like in any other tool, right? Once you click on the tool, you are given a very simple interface like this. The idea here is any creation is a combination of a subject, overall scene, and a style. A man standing in front of something, a woman holding something, right? So you always see that there is a subject or there are subjects in a particular scene, and then you're defining the style of that image, right? So you want it to be ultra realistic or you want it to be in an anime style. So that is what Whisk allows you to do. All right, with that in mind, let's look into this. Number one is the subject, right? So you can create something using typing text, or you can upload your own image to make it very personalized to you. So I'm going to upload my own image here to get going, and I'm going to click, and you will see that the Gemini 2.5 model is trying to analyze and understand the image. And then I'm going to type a simple prompt like this, where I want the man to wear an amazing jacket to be party ready, right? And make sure the face is visible and the image is a full body image. Now, there are a few more settings which you can do, which are very interesting. Number one, you can change the aspect ratio. It could be square, portrait, or landscape. The other one is, do you want the model to have a very precise reference? That means, do you want it to maintain image consistency? So let's turn it off and see what it generates. So now, we are not giving it an instruction to maintain image consistency. So the output that it would generate could be different looking than what you are seeing as an input, right? So you can see that this does not reflect how I look. Now, if I change the setting to precise reference and then go ahead and ask it to generate again, then it's gonna maintain the image consistency thanks to Nano Banana, and you can see that this is far different than the one which was created before, right? So now you have me wearing a party jacket. So that's the first thing you can do. Now, we can also add another subject. Let's say that I want to upload an image of a perfume bottle. So I'll be able to do that as well. So let me add that here. So this is the image bottle, and now I'm going to say that the same thing, but I'm going to change this by saying that, okay, make the man wear an amazing jacket, and he's holding this, and the face is visible, and the image is a full body image. And now you can see that it's me holding this particular. So you can see that it can combine the objects together, right? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the scene. So again, I have two options, both to upload the image or write a text. So let me start with uploading the image. I'm just going to add like a really cool car, and then I'm going to say that put everything together. Okay. So what it should do is it should combine the man, the bottle, and putting both of them in front of the car. Okay. There you go. So I asked it to put everything together, and you can see that it has done a great job. I could also basically create a scene. So let's say that I just want to have a scene where there is a party in a nightclub. And then, so now this is the scene. And again, I'm going to say, put everything together. So now the man, the perfume bottle should be seen together in this particular scene. So this is where I'm able to change the scene, but still keep image consistency, of multiple objects, and then all put them together. Now, what I'm also going to do is maybe add another object. So I've shown you both uploaded images, and now I'm adding another object, which in this case could be another human. So let's say that I'm adding a woman. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to put everything together, right? So the man, the woman, and the image bottle. So I'm going to just say that, hey, put everything together, make sure that I'm holding this and my face is visible and the image is a full body image. So now I'm able to combine multiple images. Now this could have been another person, which we could have added, but I wanted to showcase that there is an option to generate the image as well. And then you can see that it has done a fantastic job here. We can change the style to, let's say, an anime style and see if that works. So you are now able to change the style to an anime style. So, that is something which is, instead of writing a photorealistic and all of that, you can simply upload an image as well there, and it would understand what kind of characters. There you goes, right? So this was the actual image. This was something which was previously generated, and now it is able to generate that, right? What you can do also is choose any like image of your choice. So let's say I've chosen this image, and I can say, okay, I want this to be animated. So now it is going to be using the Veo 3 model in order to create a video based on the image that you have just created. So the image already has a combination of multiple objects, and then keeping the consistency of those objects, you are able to now create a video using Veo 3. So we'll give it a second, and then we'll come back as soon as it generates the video. All right, it seems to have generated the video. So let's see how it has turned out. Looks pretty good. It has done a really good job with the there are people dancing in the background. The lights are really on point, and there's a subtle kind of movement, right? So it has done a pretty incredible job. And then what you could do is you could download the video directly from here. And what it also does is you can click on this, and then here you can see that all the images are stored here for you, all the videos are stored here for you together, and then you can always at any point in time go to your library where you will see all the projects that you have created also stored for you. So you also have a search box where you can look for the image that you had created before, and then at any point in time you can also download and copy and share this recipe. And if you click on this, you can also look into the prompt so that you remember how you went in and created it. So for example, this one, put the man and woman in a perfume bottle, make sure his face is visible, etc., right? So you also describe the seed. So if you want to create something very similar to what you had created before, you're able to do it with this particular feature. All right, that was all about Google Whisk. I hope you enjoyed the video and got some value out of it. If you could please let me know in the comment section what you're going to try and how you're using it, that will be amazing. If you like the video, please also share it with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.